Hello and welcome to the second part of the PYQ series. আমি basically অসম পাৰ্টটো চাই আছিলো হয় নাই যোৱাবাৰ মই কেইটামান কোৱেশ্চনছ কভাৰ কৰিলো আৰু এবাৰ বাকি কিছুমান যি বাকি আছে আমি কৰিম and then it will go on. Okay? So আমি 2022 ৰ কোৱেশ্চন পেপাৰ সলভ কৰি আছো. Okay? So বাকি কোৱেশ্চনবোৰ মই বেলেগ টিচাৰ্ছ বিলাকে চাইছে কিন্তু আমাৰ অসম পাৰ্ট যোনটো হয় মই হেতুহে কভাৰ কৰিম. Even though it's previous year, but then it's very important for us. Can try questions a henoka pattern ote ahe. Okay, akhe pakhe heneke ahibo. So let's go begin. All right. It was previous video. Jodi tumalke saisa, you see that I have already covered this, and today we'll start with question number 11. Okay. Okay, so it is question number 11 kuse ki tumar find the date find the Dada Saheb Phalke awardees from the following kune kune award paise Dada Saheb Phalke award. Now it is what we cannot just rely on the thing that tekhatluke kune kune award paise because now it has become so complicated kisman in questions ki tekhatluke hudi dibo pare ki Dada Saheb Phalke award ki related hoy boli. Okay, what is it about? So ami khali awardees or bikhoy pohile nahobo, we'll also have to learn about the awards also. Etia jodi ami sao Dada Saheb Phalke award hoy ki. So this is a award given by the Indian government for people who has lifetime contribution to Indian cinema. Okay, june tumar Indian cinema bahut contribute korise ekhelokok ei lifetime award etu diye, and it was established when in 1969. Okay, so etia tumar jodi swa prothom awardee kun asile kune paisile Devika Rani boli egoraki actor ejoniye paisile. Okay, so now we see ki hoy swa tumar Dada Saheb Phalke award Bhupen Hazarika, Asha Parekh, Rajnikant and Amitabh Bachchan. So the catch, I mean, the entire thing is that if we see, they're all huge actors. They're all great. Like Bhupen Hazarika is not an actor, but if you see that all of them has such great contribution to Indian cinema. Look ejon mane nijor fieldot maharathi boli ami kobo paru. So even if we don't know that whether they got it or not, but this we can say that there's such huge artist that we can at least andaza eta lagabo paru that probably all of them got it. Rajnikant, Amitabh Bachchan, Asha Parekh, Bhupen Hazarika. Imagine. So he karone answer to hoy tumar, you see the correct answer is D. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3 and 4. So 1, 2, 3 sob he hoy, so the correct answer amak ki ulabo kosle, correct answer ulabo kosle hoy nai. So yeah, correct answer to ki ho jay number D. That is all of them got. Bhupen Hazarika kuntu year paisile janane? So Bhupen Hazarika got it in the year 1992. Okay, I don't remember all of them, but Amitabh Bachchan got it in the year 2008. Okay, so basically this award ketia hoisile first 1969 not. Okay, and this is an award given by whom? It's given by the Indian government. So can we move on to the next now? So find Dada Saheb Phalke award. So it is our state related no, but it's quite a central government thing. That is enough for us to know. Okay. Then second question koise, consider the following statement about the famous Assamese poet Nilmoni Phookan, who passed away on 19th January 2023. Now it is jodi Nilmoni Phookan boli ko, there are two of them. Ejon junior or ejon senior boli. Okay, so now they're not asking us about the senior because this Nilmoni Phookan senior hoy, he passed away long back. But now that they said that it happened in 2023, so we come to know that they're talking about Nilmoni Phookan junior. Okay, so there are two of them. So confused hoy na jaba ketiaba. Likhiba ki are ekhon kitab to ekhete likhai nai ekhete no. Make sure which one they are talking about. And Nilmoni Phookan Jr. He was quite influenced by Japanese poetry, French symbolism, quite work it reflected. You'll see there's a reflection of French symbolism, Japanese, German in expressionism. So now let's see what they are talking about out here. That he was honored with the Gyanpith Award in 2021. Yes, that's correct. Then his first analogy is Surya Henu Nami Ahe Ei Nodi. Okay, isn't it a beautiful name? Yes, that's also correct. He was awarded Sahitya-Academy Award for his analogy Kavita. Okay. And the last is he was the president of Assam Sahitya Sabha. So they're all correct, but this is not correct. Okay, so amar etia koise ki amar ei tinta jetia correct hoy kuntu answer hobo will be 1, 2 and 3. So that is answer C. And then he was also conferred Padma Shri. Okay, so Nilmoni Phookan Jr. he was also conferred what? Padma Shri. And he was around 89 when he passed. He did face a lot of problem regarding his, career, all this problem. Like, let's not talk about it today. But ami jodi sao, he had notable work. He contributed a lot as Miss Sport and literature. All right, so now let's move on to the next question. When you get questions like this, APSC probably will not ask you about all this now. But what they might ask you again, they might ask you about to write something, to write a brief note about him, okay, or to write about his contributions and all. So please make sure that a personalities black jate tumalke ab gurutto dia. Literature hawk, revolutionaries hawk, okay, all those personalities. If they have any contribution in art, architecture, dance, music, okay, any personality that you come across in the newspaper who's been awarded something or who's been stage or make sure you learn about that person. Just okay. You can't just ignore and say, hey, nah, I don't know. No, learn about that. Okay, so Ityaswa, what does it say? The autobiography of the former Chief Justice of India, Ranjan Gogoi, is titled. The Man and the Judge, Before Memory Fades, Justice for the Judge in Pursuit of Justice. Okay, if you look at this, my answer to already tate D thoi disu, but then if you see the answer tate ki hoy, Justice for the Judge. Okay, etu question tumalake paisa sake. Anyone who has attempted? So again, out here, we're supposed to learn a little bit about whom? Ranjan Gogoi. It's quite a famous personality. So Tekhet ejon Rajya Sabha, he also got involved in politics and all, isn't it? So hekane ami saw that he is definitely one, and he is Chief Justice of India. What is the year that he served as a Chief Justice of India? It was in 2018, 2019. Okay, and And he is also the first, please remember that he is also the first Chief Justice of India from Assam. Okay, that's a huge thing. That আমাৰ অসমৰ পৰা প্ৰথম Chief Justice যদি কোনোবা হৈছে কোন হয় ৰঞ্জন গগৈ. He is the first Chief Justice of India. Initially তেখেতে কোৰ্ট প্ৰেক্টিছ কৰিছিলে mainly in Guwahati High Court. Okay, so he's quite a treasure for Assam হয় নাই. And তেখেতে আমাৰ অসম গভৰ্ণমেণ্টে তেখেতক আৰু এটা এৱাৰ্ড দিছে. You tell me that? আমাৰ অসম গভৰ্ণমেণ্টৰ পৰা পাইছে. He was also the member of Rajya Sabha, isn't it? So he's got a lot. Tekheta resume jodi tumalke swa, you'll be like, mane imane dunia resume hobe. It's quite a huge career, isn't it? Okay. Etia aru ki next question, we'll move on. Okay. When you come across personalities like this again, kiki awards paise, aru kiki korise tekheluke, aru kiki contribution for, please make sure you kind of cover all those also. Okay, khali etu question je pohila eba janila, that's not enough. Learn more about the person. Kiba award paise, kiba kitab likhise, ba kobat kiba committee member hoy tekhet, you also learn about all this. Offshoots. Take a person and learn about his offshoots, his or her offshoot. Offshoots mane ko ami kom tektor jagat kor hoy ba kot kaam korise tek ki award paise tek ki belek literature hok ba jeneke hok keneke contribute korise kunubai jodi kiba environment related kiba korise ki korise, everything. Okay, we need to know A to Z about that person. Okay. Then comes tomorrow, ki consider the following statements about the Varman dynasty. Varman dynasty famous personality kun hoy? It's one of our greatest, Bhaskar Varman hoy nai. So amar jodi ancient dynasty sao kun ahe tomar? Varman dynasty ahe, Palas tomar Salastambhas ahe, aru kun ahe the Palas. Is it? So they are asking about whom? The first one, that is the Varman dynasty. Okay, and it was during Varman dynasty kun ahise tomar Huensang ahise, Chinese pilgrim, isn't it? So aru eta kotha, Varman dynasty related amar bahut amar ahi thake, Bhaskar Varman related ahi jabo, aru pray tomar Mahendra Varman and all bahut questions ahe. If you see year after year Varman dynasty tomar. So it makes very important for us, imperative for us to learn about this dynasty, and I think we should, because this is also one of the most glorious part of our history, the Varmans. Okay. So it is Varman dynasty kotha ki dise ki Mahendra Varman was the founder of what? Founder of the dynasty. Is it true? Hoy nai Mahendra Varman? No, right? Mahendra Varman founder na hoy. Kun hoy founder? Pushya Varman. Okay. Pushya Varman na pisat kun asile? Samudra Varman asile. Now, Pushya, ami eta kotha gom pao ki tumar Allahabad pillar processed ami hitu kotha gom pao ki tetia eta time ot eton roja asile, aru he Allahabad processed likha asile ki Doboka aru Kamrup buli dukhon kingdom asile amar ei eastern. So Doboka tetia amar Kamrupor under nasil, wasn't kingdom. And Allahabad processed enoko mention kora ase ki to some extent Kamrupa kingdom junthun asile it was it was kind of also it was under Guptas. They paid some kind of it was like a more of a frontier kingdom type. So we don't know to what extent, but then judging by the name of his son, Pushyavarman's son, Samudra Varman, কাৰণ তেতিয়া চোৱা সেই Allahabad Presidency ৰজা কোন আছিল জানানে যেতিয়া সেই মেনশন কৰা হৈছে it was Samudragupta, and etu কোৱা যায় কি Pushyavarman was so fond of Samudragupta that he named his son Samudravarman. So আমি চাওঁ কি to some extent probably এই Gupta under asile. But later it was who declared that we are completely autonomous and we are completely independent. It was Mahendra Varman. So Mahendra Varman যেতিয়া ৰজা হল নহয়, he broke all ties of subordination. He said that I am not going to be a subordinate king of anyone. Okay, completely independent hoy, autonomous hoy, and then sovereign hoy. So it was Mahendra Varman jar military power सबसे बेसी आছিলে during time of the Varman. And Mahendra Varman are famous আমি জানো নহয় কি আছিলে কৰিছিলে তেখেতে Ashwamedha Yagna, isn't it? Ashwamedha Yagna. Ashwamedha Yagna কি হয় ঘোঁৰা এটা এৰি দিয়ে. Okay, so Mahendra Varman কি কৰিব ঘোঁৰা এটা এৰি দিব, এৰি মিলি ঘোঁৰাটো যাৰ যাৰ কিংডমত যায় যদি কোনো সেই ঘোঁৰাটো নৰখায়, okay, আৰু কিংডম এনেকৈ পাৰ হৈ গৈছে, that means that person is ready কি মানে তোমাৰ undispute, without any dispute, that person says that he will take Mahendra Varman as to be the king. Okay, মানে ৰাজ্যখন Mahendra Varmanৰ under automatic আহি যায়. But যদি কোনোবাই ঘোঁৰাটো ধৰি ললে, that means it's the champion. So they'll meet in the battlefield. And Ashwamedha Yagna কৰিছে যদি আমি এইটো কথা এইটো আমি গম পাওঁ কি Mahendra Varman ইমান এলা পেছা ৰজা নাছিলে, কাৰণ সবেই নোৱাৰে ন Ashwamedha Yagna কৰিব. Imagine you challenging someone when you know you're not prepared, when you know you don't even have that kind of military power. They're not going to do that. So Mahendra Varman, we can see that he did have that level of military power, that he could, challenge anyone and everyone. So he can আমি চাওঁ কি military glory যোনটো হয় সেই Varman dynasty টাইমত কাৰ হৈছিলে তোমাৰ Mahendra Varman, very very powerful king Mahendra Varman. Okay, and কি কৈছে তোমাৰ Chinese pilgrim Phookan visited Kamrupa during the reign of Bhaskar Varman. Yes, that's true. It was Bhaskar Varman who called Phookan প্ৰথমতে নাহো বুলি কৈছিলে, মানা কৰি দিছিলে, but later Bhaskar Varman মানে অলপ threaten কৰা নিচিনাই হ'ল কি আহিবই লাগিব, অলপ strictly ক'লে. And then finally Phookan came, and Phookan was like in awe, মানে he was shocked. মানুহবোৰ কেনেকুৱা ইয়াত ৰজাজন কেনেকুৱা, আৰু ৰজাজন মানে Bhaskar Varman যেনেকুৱা ৰজা আছিলে, that he was so inquisitive about Buddhism, about learning new things, that Phookan ভাবিলে কি তেখেত ব্ৰাহ্মণ হয়, কাৰণ সেইটো টাইমত পঢ়া শুনা কোনে নকৰিছিলে, ব্ৰাহ্মণসকলেহে কৰিছিলে. And but we know that is incorrect, হয় নাই? ক'ত লিখি গৈছিলে সেইখিনি কথা, কামৰূপৰ description ক'ত দিছিলে Phookan Suyukit দিছিলে, হয় নাই? And Bhaskar Varmanৰ কাৰ লগত ভাল ৰিলেশ্যন আছে, ডিপ্লমেটিক ৰিলেশ্যন আছে তোমাৰ with whom? Ashwamedha. So we see that they did have contact with other kingdom, diplomatic relation. আৰু কি আছিলে marriage alliances. আৰু কি আমি পাওঁ কি বালা বৰ্মন বুলি এজন ৰজা আছিলে, তেখেতৰ theory কি Amrita Prabha, he was married to one of the Kashmiri kings, যাৰ নাম কি হয় Meghbahan. Okay, so we see that the Varman dynasty was quite elaborate, তেখেতলোকৰ বাকি কিংডম বিলাকৰ লগত they had quite মানে trade আছিলে তোমাৰ চাবৰ গলে, okay, military alliance আছিলে, তোমাৰ diplomatic relation আছিলে, marriage alliance আছিলে. So we see that they were quite advanced for that time. And one thing about Phookan তেখেতে মানে বহুত আচৰিত পালে কি ৰজাজন ইমান দিনে দিনে মানে কিংডমত নাথাকে because Bhaskar Varman is to go and attend kobat kiba hol suppose Buddhism related kiba eta mahasabha hol he'll go and attend there okay he'll be there and for months he'll be there but people in the kingdom would never get into any rebellion or any fight against the king no bhalke mane administration soli thake and that's what something that Huensang found it like very very intriguing mane photokke nohoy henaka because you see rojajon jodi nathake someone or the other will try to take the chance okay, but it didn't happen so he saw that that's what he said people were very simple and people were also very very inquisitive just like the king okay tekhete ami hetu time ot ki manu bilake har sorry কি কৰিছিলে তোমাৰ jackfruit and coconut খেতি কৰিছিলে হয় নাই jackfruit and coconut sounds very unreal now because আমাৰ অসমত এতিয়া we are more about tamul pan কিন্তু হেতু টাইমত কি ক'লে তোমাৰ jackfruit আৰু coconut culture কৰি okay so these are some of the description that we get about the Varman dynasty okay so আৰু কি কৈছে চোৱা আৰু কোন আছিলে yeah Mahendra Varman founder of the dynasty nohoy it was who it was Pushya Varman performed to her no Pushya Varman time ot hoai nai Mahendra Varman he etu bostu introduce so again this is wrong tar pisa ahile Chinese pilgrim Huensang visited Kamrupa during the reign of Bhaskar Varman yes that is correct aru kun asile kuntu university tekhete pohibo goisile he went to study there Huensang went to study there as what as a research scholar but then he also got the opportunity to be one of the faculties out there okay he was very very knowledgeable okay, he was a very knowledgeable person our jiman and religious related debates hoy ba kiba sabha hoy Huensang was used to be invited there aru tumar Huensangok last of jetia tekhet amar Kamrup papa goise the Kamrup kingdom Bhaskar Varman tekhet eta gift dis Bhaskar Varman gift bahut kini bostu gift disile but Huensang accepted only one what was that ki gift hoy hetu what is that item it's a hat okay and naam to ki hoy holali okay holali holali all right it was made of animal skin it was made to shelter him from rain or sunshine to eat and Huensang accepted so he was given a lot okay aru yapa jaunte Huensang okole joa nai tumar Bhaskar Varman tekhetok agbohai and later he moved back to his country that is China কিন্তু মাজতে তাৰ মাজতে মানে কি হল তেখেতে ইমান নদী পাৰ কৰিব লগিয়া হল বহুত এনেকা বহুত বস্তু কাহিনী একে পানীত ডিস্ট্ৰয় হৈ গল কিন্তু তেখেতে যোনখন কিতাপ লিখিছিলে কি এখন কিন্তু these are very common questions CUE ki kotha pray jote ahiye thake not just APSC but so many other exams all right so ami etia sa amak ki koribo koise what are they asking us they are asking us to find the correct statement ki hobo etu wrong hoy so there is only one correct statement that is the third so ki hobo number D that is 3 only okay khali number 3 hobo tomar so I hope this is clear sources ami ki palu ami Allahabad process regarding there are also others or hekane ami regarding when you read historical dynasties like this don't always think that they'll ask you about the kings and all that these sources bur pohi kuntu dynasty kun jona rajar bikhoy sources kot paise ki hoy sources or naam okay So please সেই sources বোৰ যেনেকে তোমাৰ বৰগাঁও কপলি বা তোমাৰ এতিয়া মই যোনটো ক'লো এলাহাবাদ killer হয় সেইবোৰ so make sure you also study about all this. Then let's come to the next question. Again, this is also one type of question that we'll get. All of different hoy na question two. That ki koise assertion hoy, assertion ki koise that I am a minister and hence I cannot become king, said Atan Burhagohain. Okay. The primary then reason to kyo koise the primary or absolutely indispensable qualities of kingship was possession of blue blood. Blue blood mane ki? Blue blood mane tumar someone from the aristocratic background. Okay. Aristocratic but tumar royal background. Hoy ami tekheta blue blooded buli kau. Okay. So tumarke jodi tumar royal family manu hoy that means are blooded. Okay. So now Atan Burhagohain mane ki hol amar tumi Ahom kingdom jodi tumi swa Udayaditya dhukuar pisot Udayaditya jetia tumar Debera aru Ramadhwaje jetia mane tok capture kori tekhelok marile tar pisor mane Horai Ghator pisot tumi dhoriba Horai Ghator battle pisot tumalke saba ki amar juntu Ahom kingdom hoy in Ahom kingdom there is a lot of political instability. It was a period of terror. Okay, it was a period of terror. Kun ketia kak maribo kunu na jane. And then the phenomenon of de jure and de facto ruler came into play. That the ministers and the nobles will decide who is the king. Okay, one influential minister or noble, someone from the family, they'll decide a Raja hobo, and the king used to act like a puppet. Eku power eneke tekhete enjoy korbo nware. And the power will be exercised and enjoyed by whom? By the noble or that minister. And tekhet aru powerful hoy aru bahut beshi influential hoy. So Raja blakor mane junbur eta autonomy asile na hoy ki last or mane decision to Rajare hobo buli he bostu to he political instability time gusi gusi. And he hote mane last or jetia tumar Atan Burhagohain ahile karon Debera ki korile ejon princek mare ako ejon princek mare. So Debera what he used to do to stay in power, okay, he killed so many princes. And not just princes, even high officials bahut marile. So poison kori die mari pelai henakwa. Finally jetia tuma Atan Burhagohain jane karon Atan Burhagohain tetia Guwahati pine asile. Okay, he was trying to fortify Guwahati because Horai Ghator battle khatam hoise, but still they were skeptic that maybe the Mughals might attack again. Okay, and Debera was doing that. Aru tar pisote tumar jetia political instability hoi gol to finally Atan Burhagohain ne tak marile mari pine jetia nobles blake kole ki apuni e raja bani jao, why don't you become the king? You are one of the most suitable candidates that we have. But Atan Burhagohain was like, no, never. It will only be done mane raja hua ne hobo paribo khali royal family re hobo lagi. And that's why he said that I am a minister and hence I cannot become king. Okay, said whom? Atan Burhagohain. And Atan Burhagohain was such a military genius, he had so much of military power. Mar jetia Mir Jumla attack korisile je Ahom hokolor obostha beya hoi goisile hoy nai tumar Jayadhar Singh ki polai furisile tetia sombhalisile kune gote situation tu Raja jon polai gol to he situation tu kune sombhalise tumar Atan Burhagohain okole tekhete mane handle kori asile. Mughal junbur Mir Jumlar camp junbur hoy rati rati goi pini ambush kore mare okole tumar Atan Burhagohain handle. And Atan Burhagohain koisilo mane olop din rokhok mane they like wait for some more days, we will will succeed. Kintu mane Jayadhar Singh was like no we can't wait, I'm going to die, so please hunkale treaty kori dia mane kiba peace treaty eta hunkale jate hoi jay mane make them leave. Okay, but Atan Burhagohain mane bahut koisile mane lage, right? So fact bahut kini battles he was one of the leading commanders. তোমাৰ কি তেখেতে কমান্ড কৰিছিলে ফৰ এক্সাম্পল বেটল অফ আলাবৈ মনত আছে লাচিতৰ লগত এণ্ড দেন ইভেন বেটল অফ শৰাইঘাট তেখেতৰ মিলিটাৰী নলেজ বহুত আছিলে মানে ওকে অলপ লাষ্টৰ পিনে তেখেতো মানে এই কিং মেকাৰ টাইপ বনি গৈছিলে বাৰু বাট আদাৰৱাইজ ইফ উই সি হি ইজ নট আ ভিলেন অৰ হি ইজ আ গ্ৰেট পাৰ্সনালিটি you need to remember Atan Burhagohain. Then the primary or absolutely in primary the main thing the main criteria okay the main criteria that one needs to be a king that he has to be blue blooded okay that is the main criteria of being so he karone mane Atan Burhagohain amotor mane raja ghoria nohoy moi raja ke okay ar kunu jate raja ghorer manu against jate tekhetluke raja hoy boli mane you know if somebody is not from the blue blood tree family tree nobody should claim it also and that kind of gave a very you know strict rules ki baki manuhe mane gene raja to mari boli nijoke raja declare koribo noare ar pisoloke to janai no laluk sula hete ki korile lora raja and laluk sula Lasit brother right laluk sula tekheloke to nijore rule banai anile eta ki jodi olopo mutilated thakibo kiba dag thakibo te raja hobo noare boli and they went on a you know on a spree where they would just mutilate people or else they would kill people mutilate in the sense like hoy nak kati dibo kan kati dibo kabar jodi chicken pox or dag ase iman petty reasons wa chicken pox or dag ase cannot become the king eta anguli olop kiba ta mane nai no not eligible to be the king kan khon olop kiba kata not eligible it was not eligible mane enokwa ke mane tekhetluke heri korise finally kar homukhin hobo hol tekhetluke Godhadhar Hinghor hoy nai Godhadhar Hingho so they tried to mutilate Godhadhar Hingho also but they were not successful so Laluk Sula was killed not by Godhadhar Hingho but conspiracy korile tumar ministers okole but people were just fed up with them with these two Laluk Sula and Lora Raja okay they were so fed up of them Lora Raja naam to aru ki they were so fed up that finally they disposed Laluk Sula first and later Godhadhar Hingho ki korile ahi nijor army ahi pine he also disposed whom Lora Raja okay Lora Raja was very young বহুত boru lora asile hekane Lora Raja boli then yat etia ami jodi answer to sound ki koy select the correct answer from the following etia kundu correct hoy both of them are correct itu to answer hoy but this is the reason why Atan Burhagohain said that okay ite ki hobo select ki kobo koise both A and R are right but R is not the correct explanation mane etu right hoy but your explanation to etu nohoy etu karonot mane Atan Burhagohain koa nasile okay etu reason or karone a line to Atan Burhagohain koa nasile etu line or karone koisile that was the reason if I am not from the royal family why should I be the king that was the reason right so B ki koise etia both A and R are right and R is the correct explanation of A exactly because the criteria of being a king is that you have to be from the royal family okay someone who is blue blooded then aru ki hobo so baki A ebu bad dia karon amar right answer ki hoy tumar okay nice Manujan both principle asile hoy nai kwa he didn't have that kind of he is not that power hungry kind of a person that you know yeah everybody is asking me to be the king and I should become the king no because he was happy whatever he was and Burhagohain was it's in itself such a powerful and such a huge post hoy nai Burhagohain office to pudangor office hoy and ahomor time ot mane ki asile janane ki Burhagohain hok Borgohain hok but any noble family tumaloke swa if they don't like the king they'll just come together and they'll otrai dibo rajajon but ultimately main power rajajonor tate thake baru but then man elapesa post no so tinta sobse dangor post ki asile Burhagohain Borgohain aru ki Borpatra Gohain ওকে তাৰ পিছত আসলে কি তোমাৰ বৰবৰুৱা আৰু বৰফুকন okay so these are like at the ministerial level of post offices hoy okay so Borpatrogohai kune who created this post kune create korisile Borpatrogohai okay so humunge he post Borpatrogohai Kali Montri mane tumar tinjon main hoy tumar Burhagohai Borgohai aru Borpatrogohai and more aru tekhetlokor tumar Burhagohai Borgohai postu mane ei rojar capitalor usort paje thake Borfukon tumar ei Guwahati pine thake then we come to the last question for today Iki hoiswa with reference to railway networks in Assam the again transport and infrastructure another topic infrastructure related please do not skip anything to do with notun ki industry ahise notun ki start korise notun kiba dolong banaise kiba banaise please make sure you study about that okay so yat ki koise with reference to railway networks in Assam consider the following statement okay এতিয়া সোৱা railway line connecting Bhalukpung in Arunachal starts from Balipara in Assam Balipara kod ase Tezpur ase Tezpur is quite in মানে তোমার বাউন্ডারি এরিয়া হৈ যায় হয় নাই অফ ও অৰুণাচল তোমার বহুত খিনি আছে সো তুমি নামসাই পিনা পাও তোমার থাকিব where you can go to Arunachal then Tezpur পিনা পাও আছে তোমার আমার এনকে বিকজ অৰুণাচল এরিয়া তো আমার বহুত খিনি কভার কৰিছে তো এই Balipara station code আছে তোমার Tezpur and this is a correct statement then there are 2 railway bridges across the river Brahmaputra hoy ne hone ase neki aru ki hoy koise swa railway line connecting Naharlagan in Arunachal starts from Harmuti in Assam Naharlagan kot ase Arunachalot ase hoy nai it's somewhere I think you have to cross Itanagar at etu side mane you have a very good train service I think they have stopped it now on mane man passenger nupua karne but then again there are other trains that are very good service train good sofa bhal very advanced ipne jodi joa Arunachal I mean Itanagar Naharlagan and all the area we'll see nice so we'll see what railway line connecting yes this is correct so amar karne ki hoy jabo soa select that again amak ki koise correct answer select koribo see the reason why I have selected this question so that you get the topics that you need to cover history topic okay then again literature art ebu topic okay so you cover all those topics nijoke swa ki which topic ot tumi olop besike focus koribo lage okay jot olop tomar you're little weak literature topic I understand olop digdar hoy because kitabor naam author naam ye ami olop heri hoy jao confuse hoy jao until unless the author is our like favorite author or the book is like our favorite book নহলে আমার বহুত confusion হয় so please good confusion হয় কিবা mind trick বা কিবা use কৰি মেলি হলো মুখস্থ recently কিবা কিতাপ publish হৈছে বা কিতাপ এনেকে focus এটা আহিছে please make sure you study okay কিতাপখনৰ বিষয় পঢ়িবা আৰু author জনৰ কথা যদি author জনে কিবা award পাইছে কিবা recognition পাইছে কিবা পাইছে তেখেতক মাতিছে সব okay kiba enakwa committee kiba tekhetor member hoise anything just read railway line and see sabogole himan besiu nai tumi literature poha tumi infrastructure poha and then tumalake haru ki pohiba history poha geography related pray bhag current affairs related direct questions khub kom ahe again economics eti hoy jay hoy nai current affairs related so newspaper but ami basics bu pohibole amar karone etu karone dorkari hoy because ami jodi he terms kisuman thake he terms bu jodi ami buji ne pao ami current affairs pohiyo amar labh nai pahori jam interest na paba karon bujiye na paba jetia pahoriyo jaba aru interest na paba so that's the reason why foundation and the basics amar karone bahut important hoy That's how your current you'll be able to complement your current affairs. Okay, खाली current affairs पढ़ी चल जाएगा, ये ना पावा terms को बुझी ना पाला माने interest to goal तुम्हारा. Then select the correct statement using the codes below. Kiki questions one. Yes, it correct hoy. Yeah, we know that, but sub correct hoy ne. B 1 and 2. There are 2 railway bridges. Then only 1 and 3. Is it? That is 1 and 3. So our answer ki hobo tomar C. That is 1 and 3. These two are correct. Okay. These two statement are correct. Got it? Okay. So this is the end of today's session. I'll get back to you with another year question paper. Again, I'm topic all of touch korim. Important hoy jay. And Imandin Paru will try to bring in as many questions as possible. Video to sort of revision. Right. Okay. Thik ase. Good day.